And one of the biggest stories over the past couple of days, ever since Tony Khan dropped this graphic that set up a match for AEW Collision, where Hobbs was teaming up with like 5 other people to go up against Mox, the Death Riders, and everyone else. One of the biggest talking points you've heard from, again, people who have defended AEW, people who have wrote for AEW. AEW drones on Twitter are turning on this angle. And it's not just because it is unrelentingly bad. It has actually more to do, I think, with the fact that this angle has continued in the direction it has, in the way it has, and it seems like they are gung-ho with continuing on with their main event scene, their main title, their Women's World Championship not being on TV because it's in a damn briefcase. But the fact that they are okay with all of that, and this storyline that was supposed to be a meta thing, that was supposed to be Mox coming out and like, I'm gonna bring the best out in these people. I'm gonna bring the best out in Orange Cassidy and in Darby Allin. And we've seen nothing that progresses in that direction. Instead, right now, who is he facing up against? Who is he having and building up a feud against? It's not OC anymore. It's not Jay White. It's not Darby Allin because he's climbing Mount Everest and is going to be off TV for a couple of months. It's not any of the young guys. Instead, we're focusing on Adam Copeland, who I love, and Jon Moxley. And in a vacuum, I would enjoy it. In a vacuum, I would look at that matchup in AEW with this potential of storytelling they could do, and I would be like, this is amazing. But that is not the story that they have tried to tell. And this story, we gave it time. I said at one point that this was a story that AEW needed because, in my view, they were building up to something bigger. But it turns out they weren't. And it's not just Shane McMahon. It's not any of that. It's other stuff too. Who has been really uplifted? I'd argue that Orange Cassidy, the match against Moxley that uplifted him the most, was not the match that he had at Full Gear. It was the match that he had with Moxley at All Out in 2023. That was that star-making performance for Orange Cassidy. That was that main event-making performance for Orange Cassidy. Not this. So what has he done? You killed Bryan Danielson and kayfabe on TV. What has been accomplished? What has been done since then? And I was always willing to wait. But that was in October, November, December. We are in January. This thing, Mox as champion, has been going on for 4 months. It has dragged beyond compare. There's no evolution week to week. And if this is the peak, this ain't it. This ain't it. Because I still don't fully understand Mox. Is he supposed to be like Itachi Uchiha? Like that would have been an interesting way to go in this. Have him be Itachi from Naruto. For those of you who watch Naruto, you know what I'm saying. Itachi was made out to be the bad guy and did evil things in that show in the name of the greater good. That is not what Jon Moxley seems to be doing, because he's cutting these like nonsensical rambling promos that don't even allude to what's going to happen in the future. Don't even allude to anything. There's no mystique around it. Man, this is bad. This is horrible. It's the world title picture. It's supposed to be the most sacred title in all of professional wrestling. Come on now. And I'm supposed to sit here and be like, just wait for it to play out. Wait till All Out. Wait till or All In. Wait till Darby Allin comes back from climbing Everest, and then he's going to be the world champion. Because they've done a great job of building Darby up in the past 4 months. Outside of him going off and ramming his car into Jon Moxley's truck at Full Gear in the end of that show, outside of that, What has Darby done? He's been on side quests. He hasn't been focused. There's been nothing. He didn't even get... It would have been one thing if you had him just face off against Mox in the beginning of this feud, lose for the World Championship, and then have to tell a story of him having to work his way back up. I could have bought that a little bit more. Still wouldn't have made up for these nonsensical promos. But come on. You're holding that hostage. You're holding the trios title hostage. What the hell are we doing here? Meanwhile, your fans, your core audience is upset with you because they don't want to see this shit on TV. I don't want to see this shit on TV. And I'm part of AEW's core audience. Y'all know me. I'm a nerd about professional wrestling. I'm a geek. I'm a sicko. At my heart, in my core, I am a freaking sicko. And what are we doing with this? Your audience is turning on this angle in a profound way, in a vocal way, in a way that takes away from the television show. And the only thing that kept that main event hot, the only thing that made me excited about Hobbs and Jon Moxley is the one thing that I worry that AEW has lost. Because in the beginning, Tony Khan had said that he would have his finger on the pulse of what fans want. And I understand the idea of wanting to have a long-running heel champion. I get that. I fully understand that. But when your fans are turning in this way, you got to pivot. And they had a chance to do that. People were clamoring. You know how excited people would have been? You know how excited your core audience would have been if you had Lex Lugered the belt on Hobbs last night? You had an opportunity to do it, and you would have figured it out. The excitement would have got you at least a week or two to figure out what to do with it. But sometimes you need that. You need that reprieve. Even WCW understood that in 1997 because they understood, goddamn, pal, Hulk Hogan's out here whooping everyone's ass every week, cutting these boring-ass promos, and we're just living off of the vibes of the NWO. Maybe we should give a babyface a world championship run here. Just for a little bit. And you're damn right. He's not Itachi. This man is Orochimaru. He's Orochimaru. No, bro, he's like, no. He's not even as cool as Orochimaru. Orochimaru at least had a cool backstory. This is bad. This is horrible. This is cooked. Please end this, Tony Khan. And before you guys end this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You're damn right.